just sitting here trying to fall asleep. And I like to fall asleep to true crime. Don't judge me. I didn't take my makeup off. I probably will eventually, but I'm just being super lazy, which is not good. We want to work on that. I did kind of clean up my eyebrows a little bit myself. Budget. I have trimmers and stuff. It's never as good as going to an actual eyebrow place. But for now, this will have to do. It's Monday. I wasn't feeling that great today. So I'm just relaxing and hoping tomorrow will be a better day. Good night.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Vegetable peanut noodles. And I'm frying up some chicken and garlic before I add everything else. Sizzle baby sizzle. And the spice jar is organized again. I'm being anal retentive. See what this one is too. Oh, I just use this one. Okay. So let's see how long it stays like this. Probably not very long. But it needed to be organized and sorted through. We have a habit of buying duplicates of everything. And that's not good. Don't spend money if you don't need to, right? Right. I will tell you, I love anything Goya. So the Goya salad and vegetable seasoning, amazing. Perfect on anything. And I also love the Goya adobo seasoning. It just adds the perfect flavor. It really does. Also, now this one, we have a big one started already. But this complete seasoning I put on everything. It is, again, perfect. Like, you really don't need much else. If you have the adobo, if you have the complete seasoning, if you have your basic Italian seasoning, this is becoming a new favorite of mine, the aiolio. Oh, I love it. And this one's also a huge favorite of mine. That goes great on vegetables, chicken, so many different things. So I don't really use too many other seasonings now. My daughter, she kind of does a lot of Indian, she does a lot of Asian cuisine, so she uses more of the exotic spices. I'm just your basic cook. Well, I wouldn't say I'm basic, but I don't need to have all these seasonings in my day-to-day thing, my day-to-day life. And we are trying the Wednesday Whopper. It's definitely purple bun. and black sesame seeds. And I love the french fries with the zesty sauce. Or not the french fries, the onion rings. And then I did get Gomez's churros. I got a 4-pack. They look pretty good too. Dinner is served. Oh, I have so much to do. I feel like we're going to Vegas in a week, and it still feels like it's like 3 months away. I'm so not prepared. I have a lot of cleaning to do. I'm one of those people that my house needs to be perfectly clean when I go somewhere, so that when I come home, I'm coming home to a nice clean house. I'm a weirdo. I know. So I got a lot of cleaning to do. And yeah, I guess I'll be doing that this weekend. Amongst other things, I have a lot of things to do. I need to cover my grays. Ooh, that bald spot is... Wow. Oh, boy. Okay. Going bald like my dad. It is what it is. Excuse me. But anyway, I think I just want to watch a scary movie right now. I think I'm going to. And then I'm going to, I think sometime this week, I'm going to make a video of reviews of the scary movies I watched, or the thrillers. Not all of them are horror or scary, but they're like suspense, thriller, murder mysteries. And I'll give you my reviews. And I'm going to keep saying and. No, I'm not, because I'm going to go watch a scary movie right now. Bye. Good morning, peeps. I slept in today, which is nice. I need to do that more on the weekends. I don't. I have a lot to do. So much to do. And I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know. My weekend to-do list. I will be thrilled if I even get half of that done. But I really need to get all of it done, which isn't going to happen. I'll be so shocked if it is done. Okay. And look at all the political flyers over there from my mailbox. Garbage. I did watch 2 scary movies last night. I watched Nobody Gets Out Alive and The Babadook, which I had never seen before. Most of these I have them written down because I'm a list maker. But I think today, if I have time, no, I can't do it today because I'm going to watch a few more scary movies. But during the week, I'm going to do a Halloween movie review, which, again, it's not going to all be Halloween movies, but yeah. And then I have to start getting ready for Vegas, like I said before. I have some really cool stuff coming up. Well, obviously, we have Christmas coming. It's going to be here before you know it. And I want to do... I'm probably going to end up doing one more. Well, I'm going to do a Temu saran wrap ball haul. I'm going to film that probably closer to Christmas when I make the saran wrap ball. But maybe I don't know. I don't know, because I'd like to film it sooner just in case people see something and they want to do it for the holidays. But you could also do it for New Year's Eve. So I have that coming up. I want to try to make my own Christmas garland for my tree. I'm doing my tree different this year. So I have that coming up. I'm sure I'm going to have a few more Dollar Tree hauls because that's all I can afford. But the Dollar Tree's really getting some good stuff. I'm hoping sometime in the next few weeks to get to Whole Foods, because about now they should be putting out their 12 Days of Beauty Advent calendar. And last year I got it for the first time and I was floored. I love Trader Joe's, but the Whole Foods one is so much better than Trader Joe's. I'm still going to get the Trader Joe's one, of course, but they're both the same price. And I was just floored by Whole Foods. Like, really good stuff. So I'm excited for that. I'll show you, during the holidays, I do an Italian soda bar. So I'm definitely going to do a video on that. We'll do a decorate with me for the Christmas winter season. What else am I do want to start doing some conversations talking about like perimenopause and women stuff, but I also want to do a few conversations about my sobriety. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but just so busy right now. Excuse me. But I would like to talk about that. I do have, it's almost like a time capsule I saved from when I was in rehab. And I'd like to open that up on camera and just kind of reminisce about certain things, because I'd like to have that kind of as a series, or maybe in my weekly vlogs, just a conversation about it, just to, let people out there know you're not alone. It could happen to anybody at any time, honestly. None of us are, I want to say waterproof. That's not the word I'm looking for. It could happen to any of us. It's early. I can't function that great right now, but it could happen to anybody. It really can. If it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. And there's no shame in it. You know, a lot of people, when you're going through it, it's definitely, you feel so much shame and it just makes it worse. And you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, because it takes away so many of the bad feelings you're trying to cope with. But alcohol's the worst kind of coping mechanism ever, because it's a Band-Aid, number one. And number two, it's a depressant. And yeah, you feel great for a while, but once you come down, it's rough. That's why people continue to drink, just to kind of, and then once your brain gets a hold of those chemicals, like, it's hard to stop. It is. I never had an issue with it. I wasn't a big drinker. That's the other thing. I wasn't a big drinker. And it happened. So I want to do more conversations about that. I want to do some conversations about, women, us women, we're in the autumn of our life, and it's interesting. I mean, in so many ways, it's wonderful. Like, there's so many things I'd love to tell my younger self, like, that don't matter. That's not a big deal. Or don't put up with that. Or, don't stress about this or that. This is what you should be stressing about. You learn as you're older the things that truly matter. And I don't want to say you get cold or numb. I mean, with perimenopause, menopause, there are definitely spells of numbness, which I wasn't prepared for. But it's not like I don't know how to describe it. We'll have a conversation about that later on. But like, as you get older, there's some really good blessings. But there's also a lot of things that are hard to deal with, because you were in your spring and your summer of your life where you feel great, and, spring's birth, and you have youth, and you could bounce back from things so much faster, and you have the whole world at your feet, and there's so much potential. And then life happens. It keeps happening, and situations and circumstances that weren't planned or weren't seen, or different paths of your life that you had to make a choice. Do you go down this path or that path? That affects things too. But when you're young, you could adapt more, you could adjust more. And as you're older, you realize time isn't always on your side. Things hurt more. You're slower. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are slower. Even the most fit of people, you get slower, and it sucks. That does a kind of a mind F on you. Yeah. So I want to do some videos about that and just have like conversations and just talk. So that's down the road. My channel is just becoming, I know when I was reading, like I'm just doing this more or less because I love to do it. I'm having a lot of fun learning. It's keeping me occupied in a lot of aspects. It's keeping me maybe too busy in other aspects, but I'm having fun with it. But of course, I do look at like how to maximize your YouTube, and honestly, I'm small potatoes. I've been on maybe a month, and I know it could take years and years to reach the right people, and that's all I want to do. I want to reach the right people. But one of the things YouTube says is you need to have a target audience, and I pick your thing for your channel, and I just like to do it all. So that I have against me, and I'm not going to change that. I'm sorry, it's morning. Everything's just waking up, including everything in my throat and my nose. But maybe down the line I'll do a separate channel for my vlogs. But right now I'm still so new, and I'm jumping ahead, and I just want it to be fun. I want, it to be a reflection of who I really am, and I'm all over the place. So that's how my channel is. So I have that against me, but that's fine. I'm not doing it for fame and fortune. I'm really not. I'm actually finding it very therapeutic to do. If I end up making anything off of it, that's great. If I don't, I'm still going to do it because it's very therapeutic to me. But all right, that's enough for this rant. This vlog's going to probably be longer than my other vlogs. Usually my weekly vlogs are about 10 minutes, but I like to talk more. I'm getting a little more comfortable with the camera. And all right, so I got to plan all the stuff I'm doing today, and I'm probably going to slack off in between because as you get older, you need more slacking off time. And hopefully I'll be productive this weekend. I really need to be because the countdown is on to Vegas. Next Saturday, we're taking the train into Philly to stay the night, and then we're taking a flight Sunday to Vegas, and I'm super excited. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'll be videotaping. I don't know if that's the word or not anymore. That's me showing my age big time. But I'll have plenty of Vegas videos to upload. I'm going to try to do like each day, and it's going to take me a while. It'll probably take me all through November to do that, but I need to make room in my phone. Okay. All right, I'm going for now. Mwah.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time.
Much better. Still got to do the floor and put out the garbage and sweep it, but definitely much better than what it was before. Yay! I organized our coffee and tea cabinet. We have a lot of coffee and tea and syrups and honey and energy drinks. Try to keep it all in one area. So that got a little rough, so we cleaned that up. We have so many cups. We really have to go through them and maybe downsize a little bit of the like sippy cups and heated cups. I mean, if they're still good, they're still good, but got that all nice and organized too in my cookbooks. These are some of my favorite cookbooks. And I'm in those Quick Cooking and Taste of Home cookbooks. yeah, I got published a recipe. This definitely needs more work, but for now, it'll do. All our coffee mugs, our ball jars, and miscellaneous jars and shot glasses and stuff. So I know it's fall, but I'm such a spring girl too. I love fall, but I love spring colors, so I had to incorporate some of it back into my decor, which it'll probably stay this way. Maybe Christmas I'll change it up a little bit, but I do need spring in my life. After Christmas, it'll be all spring in here, and that it'll just stay that way then till next fall. But I was missing some spring colors. I just love them. So brought them back. This artichoke olive thing I've had for 17 years. There's a symbolism behind it. I'll have to explain it one day. So the symbolism behind that olive and artichoke little, I guess it's a floral stem. Years ago we had a craft store called Ben Franklin Craft. I'm sure they were at other places too. I actually missed that store. That was a great store. But my ex-husband and I split during the remodeling of our kitchen, and it was a mess. It was such a mess. This was in my previous home. And I ended up, with the help of some family and my mom and dad, but I actually did a lot of that work myself. I installed cabinets, I spackled, I did brickwork, I laid the floor, I did the trim work. I did a lot. I was quite the handy girl in my 30s. And after that, I got the olive branch. And to me, it was just to signify I'm at peace with myself and at peace with what had happened. And I will never get rid of that, because it's just a symbolism of something I was able to accomplish myself. That was very difficult. It was very difficult. And I was scared. I was alone with 2 kids. And yeah, I made it work. I was also inspired by Under the Tuscan Sun. I love that movie. I could watch that over and I have. I probably watched it about 2,000 times. I love that movie. And that inspired me as well. Like, hey, it's not the end of the world. You still got time. We all got time at any age. Anything can happen. And you got to enjoy it for however it lasts. So that's my symbolism with that. So we have a nice fall meal here. It's just boxed macaroni and cheese. I had a box, and I'm trying to use up a lot of food that I have laying around instead of wasting it. I used that. I made a meatloaf with some, they're from, I forgot, Picked Farms or something. I wouldn't buy the frozen vegetables again. They're not horrible, but for the price, I just wasn't impressed. You're better off doing your own fresh. But it has carrots, potatoes, butternut squash. It's very tasty, but not worth the price. And it gets freezer burnt. My meatloaf is homemade. My mom gave me this tomato jam. I forgot the name of it. I have to look it up. But I'm like, tomato jam? That's gross. It's a Southern thing, I guess. And, I'm sure Southerners are thinking a lot of the stuff us Northerners eat is gross too. But that's neither here nor there. So I made a meatloaf with some roasted vegetables, some boxed macaroni and cheese, and I made the pumpkin risotto, which is actually really, really good. So we have a nice little fall dinner going on here. And now I don't have to cook for the rest of the day. Yay!